Hello YouTube, this is Andrew with I Tried Crypto. Just wanted to kind of go over my basic setup. Just started mining crypto about 6-7 weeks ago, and really just kind of started off slow, thinking I would go ultra slow, but it's definitely gone up a lot faster than even what I expected. So this motherboard here I bought specifically can hold up to 12 GPUs. My intent is to run 8 across here and then also keep one there, so eventually it'll be 9. I also thought when I bought this that an 850 watt power supply would do me well, because I figured it's going to be 6 months before I fill up my rig. However, I have literally bought 6 GPUs in 5 weeks, or 6 weeks, and I've got 5 right here. I've got another one coming. Also, I will say too that I went and added another GPU. I will leave links in the description of all my parts and what I'm using. Also too, I originally thought I could run this with a stock cooler and CPU mine at the same time. I tried running Monero. It just was really slow. Granted, I didn't buy the CPU to mine. I just bought a CPU to run the motherboard. However, after watching some videos, people were switching over to Avian, and I figured, hey, I can't hurt anything. Literally will not hurt me at all to just try something. However, the stock cooler on here kept just maxing out, overheating. It was running 30 degrees Celsius, 35, bare bones, nothing running, and I was running it with Monero, Avian, and I think even Raptorium, and it was getting into the 60s, and would keep rebooting my rig. So I ended up buying this Thermalake, also on Amazon, and it goes up to about 40, I think, is the last time I looked at the temps. 40 for the CPU. Hasn't had an issue since. It's been running for about a week now, flawlessly. As far as my GPUs, all these are all AMD, including the one that I've got coming in the mail. These two here are the Quick 308s. That's a power color. That's a 6600, and that's a 67 XT, to kind of give you an idea. Again, I bought this thinking, it would take me 6 months to fill up all these GPUs. Didn't realize necessarily how addicting it is, because it's definitely caught on pretty quick. Here you can kind of look at some of my numbers. I'm running basically about 173 mega hash, 173.5 maybe. It kind of fluctuates just a little bit there with my GPUs. Overall, I don't have any complaints with the rig. As far as a budget, I'm getting in less than $20 a mega hash, which I know is probably unbelievable to some of these older time crypto miners, but I'm just now starting. Not really looking to get rich quick or make a lot of money per se, but just more interested in maybe building a small crypto portfolio over the next several years or decades. Over here, I can kind of go over some of my parts too, and just to kind of share what I've done. So I did intend on building this rig more for the long term. So I didn't buy a small motherboard with a very cheap motherboard with like 2 or 3 PCIe slots. I did go for the BTC Pro because it can hold up to 12. I didn't keep the box for the other power supply. That's the 1000 watt that I'm running right now. It is 5-star, had pretty decent ratings on Amazon. I do understand it's not an EVGA. It may not be as nice as some other ones, but it works for me right now. And as I grow, I'm sure that I can upgrade. And with it being modular, I'm sure I can throw it on another CPU or something else. This is the processor that I'm running. It is an i5 core. It does not have the F, which means that it has the integrated graphics. In hindsight, I wouldn't necessarily say that I needed the graphics. However, when I first started, it was way easier to go ahead and get set up with something that had graphics. I can throw it on the screen. I can take a look and see what I'm doing. Obviously, I set it up for Hive OS. It was pretty easy. Watched a couple of YouTube videos. These here are some GPU risers that I bought off of Amazon. I believe they are the 8 resistor or whatever that is component. Seems like those are a little bit nicer. I don't really know that I necessarily need that, but the cost wasn't very much, and it was definitely far easier to just grab it and go. This here's what's left. I didn't keep the box for that thermal cooler, the Thermal Coolmaster Thermalake. Maybe it's not Thermalake, I don't know. But anyways, Cooler Master cooler. Again, it's been running great. Don't have an issue. Don't necessarily need a light. I bought the light because I thought it was kind of cool. Basically, my CPUs that I'm running, or my GPUs rather, that I'm running. This is my first one. It's a 308. Second one was a power color. Third one was another 308. And then also my fourth one was a 6600, and my fifth one currently is a 67 XT. In the mail is coming a 6600 gigabyte. That'll be here in about 3 days. Once I get that in, I'll plug it in as well to see kind of what's going on. I will say that these first 3 over here I've had 0 issues with. Very easy to set up, get running, no problems. The 67XT is a beast of a GPU. I mean, it's probably double the weight of the other ones, and it runs a lot hotter. I do have some fans that'll be coming up with some lights just because I figured it'd look cool. I'm going to stare at this every day while I work from home. I might as well look at something cool. The 6600 over here, this Asus, it gave me a few fits when I first got it on. It kept crashing. I was able to get it stabilized, and it's running around 28 mega hash, 28.5. I think it is off of memory. I'm not looking at the screen. I have seen people get as high as 30. Every time I've tweaked it, sometimes it takes it, sometimes it doesn't. It was crashing for quite a bit until I got it stable. The 6700 XT as well kept crashing on me too. But I did get it stable. I'm happy with the mega hash. I really can't complain. So far, it's been easier for me as a new entry-level miner to get into this in the AMD market. I know they are more efficient than the NVIDIAs, although the NVIDIAs definitely have much higher outputs in regards to mega hash. I think on average I've been paying about $20 a mega hash. All these cards I did buy new. I've not bought any used or secondhand. Where I live, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but it goes pretty quick. And I would rather pay a slightly more from a reputable retailer online than to buy something used and get burned and lose out the money and have a graphics card that I can't use. So feel free to stick around, watch some more videos. I do want to kind of just really record my journey, and if it can help somebody else, I don't mind. Again, I know that it's the bull market. It's probably the worst time to get into crypto, but I'm not looking at it for short-term gains. I'm looking at it for long-term gains, long-term success, and to build a long-term crypto portfolio. Recently, I've picked up one of these here. This is going to be probably for my next rig that I plan on doing. It has 3 PCIe ports on it, or slots. I actually have another one of these coming. I bought one with the Newegg Special where I got a 450M and I believe also a Gigabyte 6600 graphics card for like $552 plus shipping and tax. So I really can't complain for the price. Definitely a really good deal. This card over here, I think I paid $450 for. It was a flash sale at lunch, and I just happened to be checking the website and boom, snagged it up. It literally was gone within an hour. There weren't any more. I was going to order a second one and got back from lunch and they were already gone. So feel free again to stay tuned. Hoping to launch some more content. If this is helpful, give me a thumbs up, a like, a comment, or subscribe. Again, I'm not really into this for fast money, and I'm just kind of getting into it and just journeying my way, and figured I would go ahead and record it for others and maybe they can find it useful. Thanks. Thanks again for watching I Tried Crypto. So just kind of following up on that intro of the video. Here's some of the costs that I basically incurred for my entire rig setup, not counting GPU costs. So roughly around $900. You can definitely get into this a whole lot cheaper. I mean, if you decide to purchase like that other motherboard and you purchase a much cheaper CPU, or if you get one for free, you get one off of Facebook for next to nothing. I mean, you can definitely jump into crypto much easier, much cheaper than the cost that I paid. These here again kind of goes over some of these things. Like this paste really isn't necessarily something that's necessary. I didn't realize that my my CPU came with paste already applied, so I bought some of it ahead of time. But basically, here's the basic cost of running my basics here, was roughly around $945. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask, comment. I will put all the items that I purchased from Amazon in the links. Can't really put the graphics cards in the links because those are kind of out there and everywhere, and they're hard to find. Although I have had luck getting them pretty easily, but they're not at MSRP prices, but they're also not at scalper prices. So thanks again for watching I Tried Crypto. Have a good day.